Welcome to the first ULI Trends podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Grasso. This podcast series is intended to be a lead up of key topics and themes in our industry to ULI's annual Trends Conference, hosted on November 12th this year at the Hyatt Regency in downtown Salt Lake City. Today's series will focus on affordable housing in Utah with Salt Lake City Councilmember Victoria Petro and Blaser Ventures founder and president Brandon Blaser. So it sounds like there's a lot of momentum. There's a lot of players around the table to identify that there needs to be, more creative solutions. Where do you think we are now with quantifying how many units we're creating a year versus what the need is? Like, are we close to matching that, demand and that inefficiency in our housing stock, or are we very far off today?
I think we're far. I mean, I think that we're short all around. I mean, but the issue is when we're growing, if we're not being thoughtful about it, as we talk about ULI trends, where we're going, the amount of market rate units that we've delivered, we've oversupplied ourselves right now, which is a good thing. We'll work through that supply issue, but we traditionally have always been able to deliver the market rate units, and we'll continue to deliver the market rate units. And so I'm not worried about the market rate units from a rental perspective, but with market rate continuing going up, with costs continuing to go up, that gap between market rate affordable and what that really means and translates to average teacher, firefighters, and the like, if we don't have a thoughtful approach and aren't deliberate in bringing up the balance of the community, all of this growth that we have in Salt Lake City is only going to cause further problems of stability because we're not lifting the overall community collectively.
I think the other thing, like, we have aspirational goals. Salt Lake City has certain goals that we've set for ourselves. I know we need 1,000 units to make the homelessness crisis less dire. All of those things are great. We need a cultural paradigm shift. And I say that with sensitivity that all of us have lived outside of this area and, haven't just been in Utah. And I don't want to be the carpetbagger who comes in from the outside. But the truth is, we're no longer a small, just agrarian state anymore. We are the 9th most urbanized state in the nation because of how concentrated our population is across the Wasatch Front. So maybe the concept that everyone has to have a 1/4 acre with a picket fence when you have mountains that you literally can't build on and box us in the way the waterways box in Manhattan, maybe we need to start considering those things differently.